What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another Shields of Shame video. Just want to give you a quick heads up that the background music that you're hearing will be playing throughout the duration of the interview. However, I did caption the video. The reason why I had to add in the background music is because they did this interview in some sort of office that has overhead music that's playing mainstream music. So I had to muffle that out. But anyway, appreciate you coming. You shouldn't have any problem understanding the video. This is Bernard, one of the guards that tackled Keven Guerrier in the courtroom. Enjoy the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
Today's date is Monday, April 6th, 2012. It is 2:45 p.m. Special Agent Merlin Hector, Special Agent Deborah Loving, located Region 10 office for the purpose of interviewing Deputy Ulysses Bernard, Bernard. And what's the jail's address, the sheriff department address?
9151 Target, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236.
We'll use that as your address for the purpose of this. You've been employed with the sheriff department?
Just about 4 years.
Always in. How long you been in the courtroom?
I'd say about 2.
Basically, I'm gonna start this video. I'm gonna let you watch this video. Just to refresh your memory, and then I want you to tell me after we finish watching it, what everything that happened that day concerning Mr. Guerrier. Oh man. Because it's a long video, I get down to the part.
It's my first time seeing it.
It's your first time seeing it? What time did you get to the courtroom that day? On the 6th of April, right?
I'd say around 08:30.
8:30.
About 07.
At 7:30 in the morning?
Right.
Okay. And when was the first time you encountered Mr. Guerrier that day?
Sometime after the cavalry call. Courtroom was about 8:30. And I couldn't put my finger on exactly when he showed up. People tend to struggle. So somewhere around 8:30. And Judge Brown typically, the courtroom starts at 8:30. Typically he starts around 8:45. So somewhere, around 8:30.
Okay. And you had an incident earlier before this incident, right? Okay, tell me about that.
About a month ago prior to this.
I mean, like, not on this day.
On this day?
On this day. You had an incident with him earlier because he was in leg irons.
I had to put handcuffs on him because, basically what happened is, it was a status hearing from the previous month where he had to bring some proof of payment on arrears, something to that effect, some type of proof. I'm not sure on one or the other, but I know he had positive charge. He was getting mouthy with the judge, as he does usually. Mm-hmm. And Judge Brown ordered me to take him to the back. I called for somebody to be in the courtroom because I had problems with him last month. Mm-hmm. And basically, to make a long story short, knowing that nobody was there, Judge wanted me in the back. I moved somewhere to his backside where he was at the podium, and I put the cuffs on. Well, I took it back. I pulled him from the podium to go get my cuffs because I had them at my desk. So I put him to the door, put the cuffs on, sat him in the chair, called for court security. Of course, he was mouthy. No real resistance from him at that time. And I just sat in the chair.
So because he was being mouthy with the judge ordered him in contempt. You cuffed him, took him back to the courtroom hallway. Right. Did you take him into the cell then, or just
in the hallway? The reason being, because I guess it's a staffing issue, if you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Ideally, we'd have a court security officer standing by for all situations. We sit him in the hallway. Before I come in, I make sure all the doors are locked, so there's no way he can go through the elevator area, the attorney's booth window, or the empty abandoned courtroom 2 or 3. Mm. Those are all locked. I keep a chair, usually. If I don't, I'll take one from the courtroom and put it to the back. And I just sit him there right by the door where I constantly monitor him, make sure. Court security officer comes up, pats him down because I don't have the opportunity to pat him down like I need to, so I don't. They'll pat him down, take all his goods if he has any, put him in a bag, and he'll take him from the chair and put him in a holding cell.
Okay.
So, and that's what he did. Okay.
So what time did he come back out for this here? I mean, the second part of it.
It was the last case of the day. I mean, once he took him into custody, well, I took him into custody. He had him go into custody. He brought him back out to finish his case. Now, the respondent, or the petitioner, was sitting there. She, something was said to whereas, I'm still cloudy. He was getting mouthy with the judge. He was talking back and forth to him. The judge was saying something about, it was about $1,500 in arrears total. He paid $700 off of it through something about a DNA test, and he brought a money order for $106. He had that in his paperwork, and I sat there on it. There's a gun locker right inside that door. Like say if you walk in to the left, there's a gun locker, put his paperwork there. I don't know, here's his paperwork here on the video. So sometime I took his paperwork and I secured it back there, and sometime after I brought it back out. Or at least the money order, because I know he gave that to her. Not sure when it happened, but it happened at some point in the year. And he got mouthy with him. And I know at some point he looked at her, and he just got up. He wanted me to take him to the back, I think. But I know he did. He wanted me to take him to the back. He said, "You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me." He starts taking off and running towards the jail. From last month, I actually thought that he was gonna run to the back of the courtroom. So my first premonition was, okay, he goes again. But he took that right turn, toward the judge, and really surprised. From that point, it seems like I was trying to grab him to get to the judge. Me and Lee pushed him towards the podium. I guess for just the fact that he was running up there, we drug him to the ground. My focus was, I don't know, just like I'm sure his was to just get him to the back. We got him to the back. He stood up, got him to the back, and I tried to sit him in the chair like before. When we tried to sit him in the chair, it seemed like he kind of came back out of the chair, and Lee kind of held him up towards the door. Well, the thing is, I'm going back out to the courtroom because everything's kind of happening fast. I come back out, and he's coming right back out with me, so we have to push him back in there. But the thing is, once you get him back in there, it seems like Lee has him under control again, so I come back out the courtroom. Well, I'm trying to call my supervisor. When I called the supervisor, when I asked on the radio, I said, "Send me SO20." And somebody asked me in the unit, I said, "No, SO20." So when I go back inside, GUERIER is sitting on the floor. Now the thing is, normally I would take him in the back and put him in the court holding cell, but the original key that was issued was broken some time ago when we were doing the first experience of working. I actually have Lieutenant Smith's key. The only problem with Lieutenant Smith's key is it opens every door except for the door leading from the hallway to the court holding area. So he was sitting on the floor until we can get inside the detention area. That's pretty much it. I mean, of course after that, I put in for annual leave. I left early, and the judge said there was a contempt order coming down for the lack of child support. Not so much as the incident I think that occurred in the courtroom, but just for the child support issue. Now, called for the lieutenant, got him in there, explained to him what had happened. Now the thing is, me and Lieutenant Smith was involved in a prior incident where, like I said, he tried to run up the back of the courtroom. I knew it was medical status. And my whole focus was I didn't want to charge the man because of what I'd known he had going on. He's got pending cases from court. He's still got an active case for me from the month before when he tried to leave the courtroom. And the judge was doing his contempt order. So my whole focus of talking to the lieutenant was trying to see if I needed to charge this guy because he's already got this going on. He's already going out for the contempt order. He went and made contact with him. I don't know if he was on the floor sitting up against the wall at that time or if he was in the holding cell. So somebody else came with a key to actually open the door to put him in there. Well, I put him in there, but somebody opened the door, picked him up off the floor, and put him in the office. That's unless you got a question, I guess that's pretty much it.
Well, let's look at the video. Now, this is my problem, and the problem that we're gonna have with this investigation is we see this use of force here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When y'all take him back into this room here, there's no cameras. You take him back to the intake area, there's no camera. I'm not into what you call it area, court holding cell area. There's no cameras. So I need you to tell me. So I see you run back there.
That's what he's trying to come back up.
When y'all went with this incident right here, when you went back there any time, did y'all have to put hands on him again?
He did, but I didn't.
Okay, when he put.
Because when I take that back, the first time he was trying to sit him in that chair. First time, because we still had him, but he wouldn't get in the chair, so he just kind of had him in a position to whereas, everything was fine.
Okay, when you say he put hands on him, what did he do?
He just had him up against the. He was sitting right there at the door.
Mm-hmm.
When he just had him up against the wall, simply. Because he sat down at some point after I went to go back in. That's when. I guess that's where I am now.
Okay. Did any time he complained to you about his head? Like his head hurting, anything like that, about him being hurt, anything after they put him to the floor here?
You mean here?
Yeah, when y'all put him to the floor here.
No injuries. In fact, I'm sorry.
When y'all tackled him near this witness table here, did he hit his head on that table?
I don't think he did. It didn't seem to me like he did. That's why, to be honest with you, coming back from Monday, it's kind of surprising to hear all this going on because it didn't seem like anything that happened. Mm-hmm. Especially when you talk about, all I got was brain injury. Because it's real vague to me unless I hear from the news media.
Well, what happened is that's what it is. They say he has a brain injury and the doctor says it's come from trauma. So, somewhere in here he had this, I don't know if it's from when Lee pushed his head down on the ground, on the video, you see it on the video here, or the biggest question what most people don't want to know is something happened
in the back.
And where it looks like that because you see how the urgency that you ran back to the back when he was trying to come out that door?
Yeah, we just, like I said.
I know what you're saying, but if you're looking at this, it looks like, you don't know what happened after the door shut.
Right.
So, see right there, got him on the table. I'm wondering if he hit his head there. You can't really tell from the video.
If I had to put my hand on the Bible and swear that he did, but didn't, I'm not sure because, like I said, the whole thing happened real fast. I would say if somebody was asking me where it happened or where it could have possibly occurred, I would think we took him to the ground.
Okay, well, hold on, right here.
That's just for me being there. Like I said, it's my first time seeing the video.
Okay, I want you to look at the video right here.
You see one thing about it? Now that I've seen the video, in my mind, I thought the petition was already gone. I didn't think she was still sitting there. I thought she might have been back in the courtroom in front of the judge's wife or something.
We're gonna get ready to take him. He takes off. See how he goes on top of him, on top of the table. Okay, we gotta get ready to take him to the floor. I want you to watch his head. Okay, watch his head. Okay, you see Lee push his head. Watch his head hit the ground and come up. Watch. You saw that? You saw that look like that? Now, that's the only thing I can see on here where his head could have been injured. Where he could have had trauma to the head.
Let me ask you this, if you can tell me. What does it say? Does it show a point?
Well, we won't know that until the autopsy.
Okay.
So he's not dead. Yeah. You just know that the doctor said it come from a trauma to his head.
I'm no doctor, but I'm just saying it just looks to me.
And she said, she said that, even that amount, it don't look like a lot of force for even that amount because of his medical condition or whatever could have caused it. But that's, the only problem we need to find out is back here. That this thing happened back there. And my bosses and I know the DA don't want to know. I'm asking y'all. You saying that happened back there, but to help me in the Bourgail story, we're gonna have y'all take a polygraph.
thought to be honest with you, I thought that's what I was going to do.
I'm gonna schedule it for y'all sometime this week. So I had to call you back with that. But and as far as and he said he heard a thump. And he said it could. Did you hear the thump also? He said it could have been him falling, running with the chains and falling at the door.
I didn't hear anything other than the door was closed both times. The only time I heard something was when he came out there and of course the door was open. It sounded slightly different. You can still hear, but I'm not saying it wasn't. I just didn't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, if you didn't hear it, you didn't hear it.
But I mean, like I said, I'm cloudy on certain details because, you know, I don't know. I know I called Lieutenant at some point, and I know I couldn't get to the door. My first instinct is to open the door, to put him in the holding cell so he don't come back out. But I know when I tried to do that, my calf realized, well, I'm thinking old school.
My other thing is, why didn't you do a use of force report?
And I'm gonna take responsibility for it.
Is that policy or?
It's policy. I mean, we got use of force practicing all the time anyway. I'm gonna tell you my issue on it. It's not my issue. I called the lieutenant to the scene. I mean, it may be a miscommunication from me, but I'm pretty sure, and like I said, I'm still cloudy on some details. And I'm just going by the way I work and the way I think. I'm not calling the supervisor to the scene to tell him, hey, we just took a guy to the back. I'm pretty sure I told him. I mean, I'm being told by him that I didn't, you know, after 3 days later. I can't say I remember this. When I asked him on correction, when I told him, I have no problem doing code 5, is what you call it. I have no problem doing code 5. You know, I have no problem doing code 5. The only issue is on the charge because he's got what he's got. I feel bad for him. You know, but I'm not clear on whether he talked to me in the hallway or in the back, but I'm thinking I did. So somebody opened the door, I don't know who did. Because my key's not doing his work.
Yeah.
And about the policy though, I asked him, and I told him that, and he's saying that, you know, days later, you know, I told you not to do it. I told you not to do charges. I didn't tell you not to do reports. Which, you know, basically the conversation was about a couple of days later. And I'm not one to judge acting supervisor. You know, I can't be sure if I did say about the report, but I know that I'm not calling him just to say, hey, guess what? Nothing happened. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, typically,
well, the supervisor, he should have asked you what happened. You know.
And I'm pretty sure I told him what had happened. I mean, that's what I usually do when I call him to the scene, especially if something like this. But the only thing that gets me is, I mean, I keep playing it back in my head, you know, even up until now. You know, even leading up to this incident, you know. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to question the supervisor or whatever. The thing is, that morning, you know, I told him, hey, we got this guy coming. You know, me and him tussled. Now, as we talked about it days later, he said, you know, we didn't talk about it. In other words, if I had known that, I would have had somebody up there with you. Now, Lee showed up, but I didn't call him. He just happened to show up because what's going on in the courtroom. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that was the last courtroom going because Fridays are usually slow. But, you know, that's all that said. Man. You know, the whole thing is, he said, okay, let me tell you, the use of force report is typically done by the supervisor. That's done after Code 5 incident reports were done. When I asked him, when I told him, hey, I don't have a problem with Code 5, you want to do one, he said, for what? In other words, he said he's fine, but you talked to him and said that he was fine. We talked to him. He was even apologetic to me saying, I'm sorry, officer, blah, blah, blah. And it's just very surprising to me, like I said, with all this going on now, after what had happened, I just, you know, but it is typical. It is typical.
Well, what, y'all put on